I invite you to join me for this upcoming workshop called Pleasure Alchemy. Let pleasure and joy be your medicine. So states of pleasure and joy are just beautiful to experience, so come along if you just want some more joy and pleasure in your life. They can also support us to stay healthy. They can also support us on a healing journey from chronic illness or trauma or anxiety or whatever it is you may be challenged by. And yeah, I really invite you to this workshop where I'll be sharing more on the science of pleasure, of how healing it can be for our bodies and nervous systems. And we'll also be doing experiential practices to support you to connect to pleasure and to connect to states of pleasure and joy, with exploring visualization, meditation, working on any blocks, and also some breath work to connect to pleasure and invite to expand. Now, breath work can be very powerful, and I introduce it in a way that is appropriate for whatever you are on your journey. So if you are feeling very resourced and resilient, you can really deeply go into this. It can be deeply cathartic potentially as well. And if you're more in a kind of state of challenge, then I'd invite you to really work with it really slowly and really pace it with your nervous system. And it could also just be seen as a seed of what's possible the deeper you go on your healing journey, in terms of where you can take breath work and how healing it can be and how you can work with it in multiple ways. The focus that we will be using is working with pleasure and inviting to pleasure to expand through our bodies. Yeah, I'd love to welcome you to this workshop. It's my absolute joy and pleasure to offer work around joy and pleasure in the world. And I'm passionate about this because I went from being chronically sick and having a lot of trauma in my system to doing a deep process of healing, spending thousands and thousands of pounds on my own healing journey, thousands more pounds on my training in multiple modalities to support you in multiple ways to connect to states of pleasure and joy, invite them to expand through your body, and to work with whatever's blocking you in terms of living your best life, living your life filled with joy and with pleasure. Like, you really deserve to experience this human life filled with joy and pleasure. I'd really love to welcome you to this workshop and really enjoy holding space for you for this work. If you feel called right now, sign up below.